my ex-girlfriend, she was really, really good at that. She was so able to really step into who she truly is that she just needed to be honest in most situations. But that is sometimes not so great because she was so able to see when someone was not authentic or putting on a mask, and then she would just confront that. So we would visit some people, and then, within half an hour of being there, just breaking through all the social conventions and just be like, hey, but why do you actually say that? Why do you do this? Basically what I'm doing with you right now, but we have quite a good relationship with each other, and we go into these topics more often. But then with people that she doesn't know so well, and then, of course, there's going to be people like feeling attacked, and they're going to be attacking back, or they're going to go defending. And then she was often good at actually breaking through people's barriers because she could do it in a way that it made people feel safe sometimes. But there were also times where we were at some place, some event, some friends, somewhere, and then we had to go at one point because it just like escalated to the point that the people didn't want to be with her, and of course then kind of with me because I was there too.
Wow.
And I found it very fascinating time because I've been always asking me, why do people do what they do since I've been a little boy? And so very fascinating when someone starts poking the bear, basically starts checking out what people do when you confront them with their deeper layers. It's really fascinating. It was always super interesting, but sometimes also painful in the sense that you then just have this clash and you're like, okay. And so I've been trying to find a balance ever since then to still find that depth and to really make it real and to have authentic and deep conversations when I'm with people. And at the same time, also respect people's egos that sometimes they are where they are and sometimes they cannot handle the things. And also in relationship, for example, I have a very clear dynamic with Leia that if we have something that pops up in our dynamic where we like have a little bit of a confrontational moment with each other, but we are with other people there, we usually don't really mention it. We park it until the point that we're back home so that there is enough safety to kind of like have this container with each other to discuss it. Because I've seen also then if I do that with my partner, with my ex-partner, I did that sometimes as well. She would call me out on something that I would be inauthentic about. But then at the same time, the ego of wanting to show the rest that I was okay was so strong that I couldn't really penetrate through that because there was basically not enough safety. And so there's this fine line between it. But at the same time, if you really just start letting go of judgment and you really allow yourself to be authentically yourself, I think on the long term, what you're generating is actually that there's going to be a group of people that are going to be your absolute fans because you're really standing for something. You're standing for yourself, for your purest expression of yourself, whatever that is. And so there's going to be a group of people that are going to love that. And it might be already only a small group of people, but that really doesn't matter because if you have a small group of fans, if we look from a financial perspective in that sense, if you create a business around some kind of topic, how controversial that topic is, how many people might not agree with you, there's always going to be people that are agreeing with you and they are going to be your biggest fans, and that can already generate so much. And for her, she would get gifts so often. People would send her gifts for just like who she was. Yeah, and then there would be so many people that would be like, "Oh my god, this is terrible!" And who the fuck is she? And what do you think she is? What's she doing? Yeah, but it's man. But I have respected her so much for it because I mean, eventually, she was really showing like what it could be like if we really just drop down all of our egos to the point where we can just be fucking real. Because as soon as we would go through a process with some people, and we would come out the other end, there would be this release and there would be this deep connection and this truth, and every word that was spoken from that moment on was just truth and authenticity. And how many fucking settings we get into where people aren't authentic and we're just talking around the bush, or we're just keeping it very superficial, talking about the weather, and it's like, and it just doesn't fully fulfill the soul in a way. Yeah. So it is so beautiful when we can get real and we can get just, okay, I'm just going to make this joke. I'm just going to say this thing that maybe I already know it's going to be edgy and it's going to be, people are going to think something about it. But you know what? It just came through me in this moment. And what if I don't judge that it's coming through me as in, oh, it's coming through me. I thought that. and I said it, so it's me, and I'm thinking that, and that's me, and so I'm building up this identity of who I am. No,
Mhm.
it's just what came through in that moment, and then it's also gone the next second. Like that's also being, right? Or just being
Yes.
so present that we're just here. There's no camera, there's no people watching this, because that's not happening right now. There's just you and me talking to each other
Mhm.
right now. You're hearing my vibrations in the sense of words coming through, and you're interpreting it, and based on that energy, there's energy moving in you, and you have impulses that come through you, and you express those, and there's a freedom in that I love. And I think you have a lot of that, right? Like we had this process right now, and we all have these topics of uncomfortability, but you're really good at that already, about being so free in your expressions and the jokes that you make.
Yes. That's true.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, 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 yes. I
Yeah.
love this. I love seeing that the like the glow that takes part in your whole body when you talk about something like that, and other topics also. But it it's beautiful to see.